serves and returns are obviously the way that you start out the point, and you want to start out the point with an advantage, right? On your serve, the number one thing that you want is depth. There are different ways to get depth on your serve. Height and power, and some combination of those is the best way. We have other videos on how to get depth on your serve, but now how do we work on our depth? Same idea here, returning. We want to keep our opponents away from that kitchen line, make their third shot a little bit more difficult. The further back my opponent is hitting the third shot, the longer I have to get into the net, the longer the ball has to travel across the net, and the more difficult that third shot is because they're further back. So I think our first priority on both serving and returning is getting good depth. So we're gonna do a drill, but it's only working on that serve and return. We're gonna have a serving side and a returning side, and we're gonna set up targets that are probably gonna blow over at some point, but we're gonna set up targets. If you have painter's tape, probably works better than piles of balls. Essentially, the server is gonna be on one side, returner on the other. On the serving side, these balls, they're about halfway through the kitchen. On the returning side, the balls are set up about 6 feet from the baseline. So the targets are slightly different because when we're serving, we want to take a little bit more risk. We're not supposed to win the point as the servers. We're less likely to win the point as the servers. So we're going to take a little bit more risk. We're going to push our target back just a bit, knowing that if we miss our serve, unless we're playing Major League Pickleball scoring, if we miss our serve, we're not losing a point. So the depth that we're going to try and get and the margin of error that we're going to try and get differs from both sides. When you're returning, obviously you want to get the ball deep. If we're aiming in the back 6 feet as the returner, we're going to miss a little bit too much, and there's not going to be the return on investment that we want. All right, guys, we finally did it. We created a signature paddle with Pro XR. This thing is awesome. It looks great. It plays as good as it looks. Check out the link in the description to get your own. The game that we're going to play, we're actually going to have our score start at 5. I'm trying to get to 10 as the server, and the returner is trying to get to 0. Every time I serve past those balls, my score goes up 1. Every time Sam returns past these balls, my score goes down 1. So the returner is trying to get the score down to 0. The server is trying to get the score up to 5. If we both make our shots, it nets out, nobody scores a point. I serve. Boom. Did my serve go in? Yeah. Okay, so I got it past, you got it past, no points. We're still at 5. Now let's say I go there and you do get it past. So I didn't score, but you did. So we go down to 4. So you've pushed it down to 4. I miss, you missed. Still at 4. Ooh, back up to 5. Still 5. Oh, lucky ass, still 5. Nice. Still 5. All right, I got to ramp this up. Oh, down to 4. Oh, you had your chance. So still 4. Still 4. Wide. Up to 5. Still 5. 6. Let's go. 7. There you go. Kind of get the idea? So if a shot is missed, that's instantly a point for the other person. Say I miss my serve, it doesn't matter where the returner hits, they're automatically going to capitalize and get a point. And what I mean by miss is outside the court. Not simply missing the target, but hitting it long. So this is a really good drill to get in a good rhythm on both your serve and return, which is the way that you start the point. If you can start the point with an advantage, you're gonna win a lot more pickleball points. Good enough? It's good. Confusion leads to more engagement. If you liked today's video, please feel free to share it with a friend and make sure to subscribe. It helps me out and helps me grow my channel.